In Star Fox 64, the final phase of the training stage is an all-range mode scenario that goes on indefinitely unless you decide to manually quit. If you take the time to reach 100 enemies killed, a special event triggers. A Wolfen combat ship appears. It can be destroyed and it will keep respawning. In the remake instead, the training automatically ends after some time spent in all-range mode.
Hey! Who pulled the plug? Things were just getting good.
There is, unless you deliberately avoid completing the command prompt tutorials, ignoring Falco's advice to cut it short.
You gonna do a U-turn or what, Fox?
This way you can buy all the time needed to reach 100 kills in the remake too. But then, nothing happens. No Wolfen spacecraft detected on Switch 2.
In the original game, during the Meteo mission, if we fly through the warp rings while in cockpit view, the camera will start rotating at high speed and controlling the Arwing becomes nearly impossible.
Never give up! Trust your instinct!
This happens even when we switch to the first-person perspective while the Arwing is already spinning.
Trust your instinct!
In the remake, if we are playing in cockpit view and we enter the warp rings, the camera stays fixed, so the Arwing's handling remains completely unaffected.
Your Arwing's absorbing the energy!
Never give up. Trust your instinct.
If we switch to first person in the middle of the rotation, the camera spins for a moment and then immediately stabilizes.
Never give up. Trust your instinct.
Yeah, something's unusual. Your Arwing's absorbing the energy!
Never give up. Trust your instinct.
In Star Fox 64, in Meteo, right after exiting the first tunnel, Sleepy overtakes us and dodges a big asteroid with a cool maneuver.
Here comes a big one!
In the remake, Sleepy warns us about incoming large asteroids, but does not appear on screen.
Some sizable asteroids coming this way!
Actually, Sleepy is still present in the scene, but stays behind us. We can see him if we wait for him by using the brake and performing multiple somersaults.
Some sizable asteroids!
In Star Fox 64, super low-resolution textures are used for the cockpit, but through the blurriness we can make out a display showing Fox's face. Here's the original texture that we extracted from the game files. On Switch 2 the cockpit is super detailed. We can see several multifunction displays, LED indicators for the remaining bombs, the Space Dynamics logo in the center, but the monitor showing Fox's face has been lost in translation. Here's a cool subtle detail in the cockpit. These green LEDs indicate the currently active wing modes and update dynamically during missions. At the beginning of Corneria, the Star Fox team members open the wings, so we can see that the LED reading open is lit. Just before fighting the boss, Fox activates all range mode, and the green LED reading full lights up.
A ground assault mech!
In Meteo, the Arwing's wings are closed, so the green light is on the close mode.
At the end of the first mission on Corneria, if we perform a perfect somersault between the legs of Granga's mech without taking damage, an additional Arwing will spawn. In Star Fox 64, for pulling off this stunt, Fox always gets a compliment, coming from Peppy, Sleepy or Falco at random.
Good going, Fox!
Yippee! You did it!
All right!
In the remake instead, Fox won't get any comment from the other squad members.
A swarm of lowly flies. I'm going to enjoy crushing you.
This was probably changed to avoid interrupting the boss's radio transmissions.
Good going, Fox!
Looking closely at the extra Arwing item, we can see that on the Nintendo 64 it's represented by a simple rotating polygonal model that suddenly disappears when collected. On Switch 2 it has been replaced with a green hologram, with increased rotational speed. Also, a new animation of it fusing into the actual Arwing has been added.
Joy crushing you.
Say your prayers,
In the original game, if we follow the hard route, we encounter the Star Wolf team on Venom 2.
Don't get too cocky, starfox.
They always appear injured, regardless of the path we chose. Wolf and Pigma have band-aids.
Dad's not here.
Leon and Andrew have bionic implants. The game assumes we defeated them on Fichina earlier in the run,
I can't move!
and doesn't take into account the fact that the first encounter with them can be skipped. Let's see what happens in the remake. In this run we skipped Fichina, so we'll meet Star Wolf for the first time on Venom 2.
Don't get too cocky, starfox.
Wolf and his teammates aren't injured, so the regional oversight has been fixed.
Not here to see you crash and burn. Don't get too
Here are their new injured states in the remake, which this time are only visible after actually defeating them on Fichina.
Not here to see you crash and burn. This is as close as you'll get to the Emperor.
Moreover, depending on our previous choices, Fox's line is different.
Get to the Emperor. Star Wolf, I can smell Andross's boots on your breath. New ships, same sellouts.
On the Nintendo 64, near the end of Planet Macbeth, the player has to shoot a sequence of 8 switches, as Peppy calls them, to divert the Forever Train.
Shoot the 8 switches to open the lock! Okay, now shoot the switches!
Shooting the switcher at the end doesn't give a hit bonus right away, it just triggers the final cutscene.
Good going, Fox! No! Give them way!
The 50 hit bonus message appears on screen only later, right before the big explosion. In the remake, the switches are called rail locks, probably to better differentiate them from the final switch.
Rail locks are disabled. Now shoot the switch.
Also, the 50 hit bonus is awarded at the exact moment the lever is hit. Another subtle variation. On Switch 2, the bonus text becomes plural. It's now hits plus 50 instead of hit plus 50.
I can't stop it.